Well, here we are in our office again. We've got the pleasure and the honor of interviewing Nathan Sigman. Siggy, going into the season, what's kind of your focus this year?
I really just want to work harder than I have the past 2 years and stay dedicated, and I think I can improve a lot on putting more time in and being a leader by showing work ethic and doing workouts on my own at home, after practice, stuff like that. I just want to work hard, and with hard work, the rest will come.
Well, I think you've always done that, but I guess that's a great focus going into the season. Let's talk about your academics a little bit. Tell us about your major and what you're thinking along those lines.
My major is going to be exercise science, but I want to go into PA school after that. And I'm real excited that I finally know what I'm doing, because I was struggling there for the last year and a half, kind of worried about not knowing what I was going to do. And I think I found my groove here with the exercise science major. It's all the classes I like. So.
Well, I think that probably does. You're one that's real focused, I think, and has goals and wants to do well in everything that you do. So probably kind of finding what you want to go into is good for you.
It's a lot easier to focus on classes too,
right, when
they're more interesting to you.
And you've been a tremendous student for us, academic All-American for us, and been a tremendous student. And we just had a retreat, and I thought you did just a tremendous job with your brand, with your symbol. Could you share a little of that with us? I was really impressed with that.
My symbol is the 3, and it's actually Dale Earnhardt's 3 from NASCAR. I've just always looked up to him when I was little and thought he was the man, pretty much. And I actually just last night hung up a 3 on my door, and it says "Be the Man" inside the 3. And I colored it and everything, so it looks pretty. But I just want to go out there and give everything I got, so when people step out on the mat, they know what they're going to get. They know they're going to get 7 minutes hard wrestling, no matter what.
And that number 3 was that was his symbol, right? Or actually his brand.
Exactly.
And,
and everybody knew when they saw the black number 3, they better watch out. It's kind of what I want to work for me.
Yeah. That was good. That was impressive, Nathan. So, okay. So, 5-10 years down the road, what do you want to be doing?
I'll probably be in an office, which I don't know if I'll be too excited about, but I'll be seeing athletes and working with athletes. Probably being a physician's assistant, you work with a lot of athletes and people who are active in their lifestyles, which I like to do, and I like to talk to people. But maybe even later on down the road, I'd like to start like a kids club or help out with a high school wrestling team or something like that. Just something on the side. But I don't want to get away from wrestling, that's for sure.
Well, of course, you had quite a career there at Alcester, South Dakota, the football, wrestling, and I was up to watch you play. And how are they doing in football this year?
Can't say anything too bad, especially if my old coaches are watching this, but I think we've seen better days.
Okay. Well, you guys had a pretty good team when you were playing.
Yeah, we did all right. We had, I think my junior year, we had our best shot of going to the Dome, is what we called it, which was state. But me and my best friend, who was our starting quarterback and probably one of our best players, both got hurt. And that kind of hurt us.
Yeah.
We're both outside linebackers, and I was a tight end.
Now, you had the distinction of being a 6-time place finisher in the South Dakota State Tournament.
6-time qualifier. 5-time placer.
And we placed 5 times. A little bit about that. What's that like going?
My 7th grade year, I know I lost a lot of matches in the beginning of the season, and then once I finally started understanding how it all worked, and I actually got a lot bigger too. I weighed in at 100 pounds for my certification, and then at the end of the season I was weighing like 115, cutting down to 103. So that helped out, but man, it was nervous, and I remember going to the state tournament. I just was so nervous before each match, and I just went out there and I guess threw it all out there, and it worked out for me. I made it to the semis actually, my 7th grade year, and got stuck from a cradle on my feet because the dude was a senior, but that wasn't the best part of my 7th grade year. But Other than that, I beat a lot of kids at the end of the year that I didn't beat at the beginning. So just that year, I improved a whole bunch, and having all that experience helped me out through later years in high school.
Yeah. Well, gosh, Nathan, we want to wish you a great season, and you're one of our really just, I don't know, I got a tremendous amount of respect for you and just how you handle yourself and carry yourself, and I think we're fortunate to have you, on our team. So we want to wish you a great season, and of course now your sister's going to school in Lincoln, right?
Yep.
Dental school. Dental school. Yep. Okay. So the whole family's pretty. You got a tough act to follow there, then, right?
Yeah, I know. That's the way it always was. My sister would freak out about school, and I was kind of always laid back.
A little more laid back about it.
My mom would always be on me, like, Nathan, shouldn't you be worried about school? I got this, Mom. I got this. Don't worry about me. But yeah, she's going to be a dentist, which I'm very proud of, and she's doing so good right now, so we're both doing what we want to do.
Yeah. You necessarily want to go back to South Dakota?
I can't see myself living there really, but I actually kind of want to live in Tennessee, which is where my dad was born, but we'll see where I end up. I don't think it'll be in a big city though. I don't know if I can take the big city living. It's nice to go back to South Dakota, that's for sure. I'm going to go and visit my friends and family.
Now, is Omaha a big city to you?
Yeah. I lived right by
well, it's
Sioux
bigger
Falls.
than Alcester, but...
Yeah, I lived right by Sioux Falls, which was 130,000, but yeah, I mean, like, it wasn't a shocker to me when I came here, but living here full time's a big adjustment, I'd say.
Well, what about the house? Tell us about the house. How are things going at the house?
The house is great. We just added a hammock to our living room, which Blake fell out of twice, actually 3 times now, because...
He hasn't hurt himself.
No. The first time, Isai forgot to tie the chain, so he fell out. The second time, he went and tied the knot, and I told him it wouldn't work, but he thought it would. He sat in the hammock and he fell. And then the third time he fell, it was like 2 days ago probably, and our house is haunted, of course. And one of the chains had been undone from the hook, and the chain is like looped around the rope, and then it hooks twice, and one of the sides got unhooked, so the rope just came out of the chain, and he fell. And
so what you're saying is there's a friendly ghost that's going around maybe and kind of unhooking chains and things.
We're blaming it on the ghost because no one confessed. So.
Well, we want to wish you a great season, Nathan. It's been great talking to you, and I want to let you know that we think a lot of you, and you're a big part of our program. So thanks.
Yep. Thank you.